right, we are live from Invesco, or whatever it's called now. You can see the team behind me is leaving the field. Game has just ended. We're going to go through a couple of observations real quick as I get more and more texts. I didn't have a plan for this one. Lots of Chiefs fans leaving here. Say hi, dude. Folks, there are a ton of Chiefs fans here, and we are having a time. Long evening for the Chiefs. A lot of worry after that injury to Patrick Mahomes. You can check it all out on ChiefsDigest.com. Matt and Chris will have more for you then. I'll be on Locked On Chiefs podcast tomorrow. And, well, honestly, yeah, it'll be after midnight by the time we record that. So tonight, big concern is what's the situation with the quarterback. That's got to be problem number one. I just want you guys to see just how much this stadium emptied out long before the end of the game. Mahomes, fracture negative from what I saw. They're going to do an MRI. It will be determining exactly what the extent of the injury is. I don't want to speculate too much, but from my experience, you can have varying degree of injury. A knee brace, at the very minimum, is something that's going to be in Pat's future. That may be precautionary for the rest of his career, for all I know. But from what I've seen, no fracture, but the MRI is still pending. That's going to determine what's going to go on going forward. Now that said, the defense stepped up when they had to, because without Mahomes, you can see what happened to the offense. Nothing against Matt Moore, but he's going to have to get a lot more effort in. This mini bye week coming at a good time for this particular team to deal with this and try to get their defense right. Evidently, coming to the high altitude helped the defense get ready. A lot of sack production. You saw what happens when you have to stop the run and you start three linebackers that are actually good at it. Kudos to Reggie Ragland for his play tonight. Kudos to Anthony Hitchens for his big play in producing a turnover. A lot there. And I know you guys are making all kinds of comments. I appreciate that. I can't really read too quickly right now, but a lot of Chiefs fans here. I mean, a lot. You can see down here over my shoulder, they're all kind of waiting to try to see who might come out. Luckily, the wife was nice enough to bring me down here. So she's waiting patiently in orange and blue. But despite the effort of the Chiefs defense, the run game came on a little bit, but you see what happens with the offense without Pat Mahomes. Nothing against Matt Moore, but they're going to have to retool what they're going to do if Mahomes is not able to play going forward. And that's really going to be the key. And not to say that the other skill players can't make up for it or change what they're doing a little bit. You saw when Tyreek Hill has a little bit of time to get loose that he still can. And kudos to Matt Moore for delivering him a decent ball. I thought there was a second one that could have gone for big yardage as well. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. They're going to kick me out of here in a couple of minutes, but for attending as a fan today, it ended up pretty well. Got to see a lot from my All-22. And the Broncos tried to do what we thought that they were going to try to do. Ran a lot of cover two man for most of the night. That's what we saw. A little bit of variation from time to time, but saw two high safeties the majority. I thought Fenton played pretty good. I see you guys commenting about that. I'm not sure that he's ready for the big time, but tonight against Deshaun Hamilton, I thought definitely he played pretty decent. And the flames are going off. Sorry for that. You never know what's going to happen here, but a lot of Chiefs presence here. These stands, you can hear the Arrowhead Chop going most of the time. I tried to capture it live for you guys a couple of times, but a lot of fan turnout and a lot of support from Mahomes, even from Broncos fans. In the section that I was in was very positive about him, and more so than you would normally see from another fan base. So I thought it was pretty interesting. Let's see what else. Saw a lot of folks, had a couple of folks come up over to my section for a while. Saw a lot of folks out in the stands. Appreciate y'all saying hi. If you didn't get over here tonight, you have a safe drive home. A lot of you guys out here, a lot of podcast fans, and I appreciate that. So overall, I think they came in here, did what they had to do. Really extenuating circumstances that is just going to be tough for them to overcome until we know what's going on with Patrick Mahomes. The defense, I think, is encouraging. And if it is Matt Moore going forward, you do have to see more effort, more not just sheer athleticism from, say, the wideouts in particular, from Travis Kelce as well. They have to win individual matchups more for Matt Moore than they do for Patrick. The accuracy and the power really does say something. And you can see the post game. I'll even zoom in for you. Post game's going on there, and that's the crowd here in Invesco of Chiefs fans waiting to see somebody. I have no idea who's on the broadcast right now. I'll have to check that out when I get home. But lot to go over. Chris and I will regroup in a couple hours when I get home. We will have a podcast for you, hopefully for Friday morning. I appreciate all of you getting out here, and for all you guys that I met today that drove all day and night and got out here, safe travels home. I hope that you all do well. We'll try to give you something entertaining to listen to on the way. So that's it for me from here. I will have more for you on the pod, and we'll probably be back here, definitely by Sunday, and we'll do the normal Monday night Q&A. Hit me up on Twitter if you have questions. We'll give you replies down here. Hope you guys all have a good night. Don't worry too much. We'll see what happens with Pat. Have a good one. Talk to you then.